I judge by what she's wearing, just how many heads I'm tearing off of past souls coming on to her. Each night seems like it's getting worse. I wish she'd take the night off, so I don't have to bite off every asshole coming on to her. It happens every night she works. They'll go and ask the DJ to find out just what would she say if they all tried coming on to her. They know it's never gonna work. They think they'll get inside her with every drink they buy her as they all try coming on to her. This time somebody's getting hurt. Here comes the next contestant. Is that your hand on my girlfriend? Is that your hand? I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping, and I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping. There goes the next contestant. I even feel the ladies, they're cool but twice as crazy, just as back for coming on to her. They know it's never gonna work, and each time she bats an eyelash, somebody's grabbing her as everyone keeps coming on to her. This time somebody's getting hurt. Here comes the next contestant. Is that your hand on my girlfriend? Is that your hand? I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping, and I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping. There goes the next contestant. I'm hating what she's wearing. Everybody here keeps staring. Can't wait till they get what they deserve. This time somebody's getting hurt. Here comes the next contestant. Is that your hand on my girlfriend? Is that your hand? I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping, and I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping, and I wish you'd do it again. Each night seems like it's getting worse, and I wish you'd do it again. This time somebody's getting hurt. There goes the next contestant.
What's going on, Dangerous Grounds Network Nation? This is the Veteran Power Lunch, brought to you from Big Country, brought to you by Black Rose Tattoo, Madison Rising, the Magic Vape Shop, Boogeyman Comp Team, Moody Blue Designs, Painted Glass, and All Bets Advocate. Welcome to the Veteran Power Lunch. This is Big Country again. We did the 3%er morning show just a little early this morning, or a little late, should I say, because of a so-called doctor's appointment I was supposed to have been at. But, you know, shit happens. People have to take breaks too, you know. Stuff happens in their family. So we want to kick off the Power Lunch just right. So if you haven't heard yet, check out this badass song.
This is war!
You're out here acting so tough, and now I'm calling your bluff. Black hoods and no faces.
not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
And that's damn right. It's not what your country can do for you, but it's what you can do for your country. You know, we're the ones that makes it go around. We're the ones that pays our taxes. We're the ones that make sure that, you know, everything's taken care of. Well, most of us anyway. You know, we do have our bad eggs out there, which, you know, we'll end up with everywhere we go. Doesn't matter what job you have, what country you're in, what profession you're in. It really don't matter. You're gonna have bad eggs wherever the hell you go. So that's about that. So a quick reminder on the Dangerous Grounds radio show tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we will be having none other than Rio Het from Madison Rising, the lead singer. He's gonna come on with us tonight, chill out with us, jam out with us. Maybe give us his opinions about what's going on in Charlottesville, what's going on up in what happened up in the in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. You know, this is something that this gets serious. You know, we're not at civil war, but we're damn near close to it. Instead of it being a you know, north and south, it's becoming more of a racial thing, and that sucks because you know what? I love the USA. I'm not racist. I love all types of backgrounds, all cultures, all colors of people. You know, being in the military. You know, that's one thing that you know, you come accustomed to. You know, you might not like a group of people, but once you get to learn them, you know, you see a different aspect of life. You get to see a different way people live, you know, and stuff like that. And it's actually pretty cool. You know, just like the Germans. You know, I was a little freaked out at first going to Germany. I was by myself, you know, there wasn't nobody traveling with me that I knew, and all I could sit there and remember was like stuff that happened for World War II. It's like, is one of these sons of bitches gonna snatch me up from the airport as I'm trying to get to the USO so I can get to my damn place of duty? But come to find out, Germans are kick-ass people. Freaking love them. So is the Romans, so is the French, you know, everybody else. You know, it's a kick-ass side of the world, you know. And then you got people that want to come over here on this side, come to the land of the free, home of the brave, and you want to act like a bunch of idiots because you think it's your freedom to. No, it's your freedom to practice your religion. It's your freedom to do things that you want to do to a certain scale, without bashing our stores, without hurting our people, without hurting our ways of life and our ways of our culture that we came back over here and we fought for hundreds of years ago. You know, on August 2nd, August 3rd, 1492, Christopher Columbus was getting ready to set sail to come over here and somewhat find the United States, but he hit a little bit more south. So that's where he thought the Indians were. Indians. He thought he was going. He thought he was going to India, but instead he found the New World. You know, everybody started to make their way on over and settle in, and like, hey, you know, we found a brand new country. You know, let's do this on our own. All of a sudden, towns are being built, railroads are being built. You know, the first car was made, and the first airplane was made in the great state of the Carolina. And yes, I call it the great state of Carolina because I love both of them. There is no north, there is no south to me. To me, it's just Carolina. You know, I don't like that they split it up, but you know, that's what they did back in the day. It is what it is. So be it. I'll call it the Carolina because I live in both of them. I got a house that I house sit for a brother of mine that's deployed, and then I got a home in North Carolina whenever I get ready to go back. We're going to finish some things up here in South Carolina. Hopefully get to go to the VA and get this freaking foot chopped off and a new prosthetic, and be making our way back to the great state of Carolina. The Rising Warrior is underway. We're almost done with the design. All we got to do is what we're doing is we're mirror imaging the passenger side, so that way all the little pieces that are ready to be put on can be put on. And then Moody Blue Designs are patiently, but there again, very, very excited to get my truck in the shop, man. They are freaking stoked. So it's the Veteran Power Lunch. Let's get into some damn comedy. Let's hear something funny. We got to hear something funny. Let's go to DC Benny Gotham Comedy Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of my oldest friends in comedy. We were in the trenches together way back in the day. You've seen him on Comedy Central. A great friend, and even better comic. Please welcome DC Benny, everybody.
Good to be here, everybody. Good to be here. Everybody drinking? You guys drinking? I like to make up drinks, just to mess with the bartender. Be like, what do you want? I'll have a jerk off in the shower. Yeah. What's in that? My hand, my dick, an olive. Put the umbrella, hook it up. I was just in Times Square today. I got into a discussion with the Nubian Israelites. I don't know if you know those guys. They got the turbans and the staffs. Look like the bad guys from He-Man. Apparently somebody white pissed them off a long time ago. The guy's reading from the book, and I started laughing at some of the stuff, but I started learning some shit. I'm like, holy shit, man, the white man did that? That's messed up, because it was like a pie chart. There was a lot of data. Like, damn, the white man did that too? That's messed up. But then the guy lost me, looks at me, he's like, you know what the real N-word is? Psh, knowledge. And, it's a K-word, everybody. It's a K-word. That's what's funny about that. New York people don't care, right? They don't give to the homeless. Always make excuses why not to give them money. You could be messed up homeless, have no arms, no legs, just be a head on the sidewalk, with an eye patch and a speech impediment, little sign saying please give. Some guy will walk by, yeah, but how'd you write that fucking sign? Go, no, honey, I seen these heads all over the place. Go get a hat. They kick the head. I love it. Times Square getting all Disney-fied now. I figure it's New York. It'll go back to normal. Give it a couple of years. 7 dwarves will be walking around. Little kids will come up. Where's Snow White? Right here, motherfucker. Mickey Mouse will be out on the corner. Suck your dick for some cheese. I live in Brooklyn. I love it there. It's nice. It was nice. Bomb. We bought a house there, a fixer-upper, which means it's fucked up. There's holes in the floor you can reach through and change the light bulb on the floor below. My wife hired some contractor to do some work. It was this Russian cat who clearly had done some time. Like, he showed up, he had those teardrop tattoos on his face. Whoever drew him in the joint drew him all crooked, so it looked like he was crying in the wind. This guy, Vladimir. His English was pretty good, but he'd take an English word, use it out of context, make me a little concerned. Like the word technically. He loved that word. I'd be like, Vladimir, can you knock out that wall and fix that hole and everything? Yeah, technically, yes. Then he's speaking Russian to these two guys he's with. Sounds like English being played backwards. Śnieckie pieśniec, nie był sobie fruity bubbles, sobie śnieckie pieśniec, nie, śniebels. His phone goes off. It's got a Russian rap ringtone. And at the end of the song, this DJ's voice comes on and goes, Russia is the best. I don't know why that's funny, but it's just funny, you know. So the work starts. This dude disappears for like 2 weeks. He leaves these other criminals there. I mean, one guy has a tattoo on his neck of an angel holding a box cutter. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, you will never get a job with that tattoo. You know, there's smoke in the house. My wife doesn't like the smoke, and so I'm like, hey, you know, trying to talk. No smoke in the house. You know, what's that tattoo mean? You know, to kill. Okay, you can smoke in the house. You know, Russia is the best. I love it. So 2 weeks later, the contractor shows up, Vladimir, and my wife's like, you got to confront them. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, dude, you know, where were you? I have, what is word? Date. I'm like, a date? Court date. What happened? I go with girl on date. She talked too much. I punch her face. I'm like, you punched her face? Technically, yes. Schnetzke, nibbles. So this dude gets fired. He gets fired. Wife hires this other dude, Kabir from Bangladesh. Hey, Kabir. That's his name, bro. I didn't name him. It's a good name, Kabir. It's good. It's Rippak backwards. No, Kabir is great. Kabir, and the work, I got to recommend this dude. The work was on time. Everything was good. But there was a little cultural issue because he kept pulling me aside. We had a very small budget. He kept trying to add stuff, like these architectural innovations. You know, he'd be like, please, can I talk 1 moment? What's up? He's like, I want to build in the back of the house the 1 liter house. You know, it's good. It's good for the time when your wife's getting crazy, you know. I feel fat and bloated with the crap. Put in the house and close the door. Okay. Let me just run that by her, the menstrual shack. She's going to love it. Yeah, that's going to live there in Brooklyn. So, dude sells real estate. Man, I sell real estate, too, in Brooklyn. I sell real estate. But a lot of guys I work with, they don't know I do this. I've been doing this a long time. Right, so I have an open house. You guys know open house? Some stuff for sale. The dude's got to wait in there and sell it. So I got this thing. This thing, you cannot sell this thing, right? This apartment. Nobody. I'm there 2 hours. I'm about to wrap up. The buzzer goes on. About to leave. So buzz a couple in. Guy and a girl. The girl comes in first. I'm like, hey, I'm Benny. Could you sign in on the sheet? She's like, hey, I'm sorry. You know. I go to the guy, hey, I'm Benny. Could you sign on the sheet? And he's like, hey, my name's Mike. And that's the kind of shit I think is really funny. You know. When someone has a messed up stutter, but you can't laugh at it in that context. You got to be all professional. But this guy won't stop talking, right? And the more he talks, the worse the stutter gets. He's like, "What's the maintenance?" I can't even look at him. Like, dude, it's on the sheet. Just read. It's on it. He's like, "What was this renovated?" I'm like, "Fucking recently." Yeah. And it gets to the point I don't want to laugh, but I start finishing his sentences just so I don't have to hear him talk. He's like, would it be okay if I use the I'm like, the bathroom, go right ahead, buddy, So he goes into the bathroom, and the lady's staring at me, and it's really awkward, right? I'm like, is everything okay? And she's like, you look really familiar. I'm like, I don't know, maybe you came to another open house or something. She's like, no, this is the first one we've seen. I'm like, she's like, are you in the teaching profession? I'm like, no. And I'm like, do a little comedy. She's like, that's where I know you from. You made fun of my husband, right? The dude comes out of the bathroom. She's like, that's the guy that made fun of you that night. He looks at me. He's like, motherfucker, right? So now I remember this guy, right? And it was at one of these clubs in the city. It was late at night. The crowd was drunk. It was getting heckled. I'm shutting down this table. I'm shutting down this. I just want to do my material. So finally, it's quiet. I'm going into my material. I hear this voice in the back. I'm like, who's making noise now? I hear this voice go, me. So I'm like, me. So I got to do a fucking half hour on this guy, right? And I'm saying horrible stuff. I'm like, he's driving a little yellow bus, like, ma. He's blowing somebody with the stutter, like, ma. So this is the guy, right? And now I'm stuck in the apartment with him, and he's lecturing me. He's like, you shouldn't make fun of people with disabilities. I'm like, dude, you shouldn't come to a comedy club at midnight and heckle if you got a messed up stutter, It's not a good strategy. We're fucking professionals, man. So finally they leave, but because it was me, I couldn't resist. I waited till they're outside. I pushed the buzzer. I was like, bye, and I locked myself in. I waited for an extra half hour, and it was good. I'll do this too. I'll close with this. This is so I don't miss. We got the house now. I don't miss having an apartment, except for one thing: is when stuff would break, you call the super of the building. I think supers have superpowers, like the power to disappear anytime there's some shit that needs. They hear you coming quickly in the shape of a Kotrak. I remember I called my super once. The toilet broke down. He didn't fix it. He just analyzed it. He's explaining all this technical stuff. What happened, the pipe having some crack and water go to play because the other pipe is way for the water come the way, but he don't go the way because the one bacterial ball is put to float on top, but it's sink. I think what happened, maybe somebody very strong, like your wife, she come and she flushing too hard. That's a break the toilet, but don't worry, I get the part call to somebody, my cousin, sometimes he there, sometimes he don't there. And that's a very expensive. Take a long time, maybe 30 days, maybe even 1 month. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
All right, that was some DC Benny with the Gotham Comedy Live, and hell, why not hear one more from DC Benny? One we ain't heard here in a few days. I kind of miss this one. God damn commercials.
But you got to work on the sex life. You got to work on it. My wife was like, you got to do some new stuff. So I started getting some literature. Anybody ever do that? You get the literature. Got that National Geographic, They had a big article about Japan and the sushi there. And this eel, unagi, it's supposed to make your dick hard for like 3 days. And they had these pictures of these Japanese guys walking around like, unagi. Unagi good, One guy had like 30 kids. I make all those. One night, power, unagi, damn. I gotta try this stuff. So in the supermarket by where I live, they got a little sushi corner. So I go in there one day. The chef is standing there, like, you want to take a shit or something? I'll come back. Have a good time. And I'm like, what's up with the unagi? He's like, unagi good to make a dick harder like a samurai sword. You can fuck all night, woman, no more talk shit. Unagi power. I'm like, well, how much unagi do you need? He's like, 1 unagi, these are good power. 2 unagi, a lot of power. So I'm like, give me 20 unagis in a bag right now. I go home, I eat them all. I have a beer, I pass out. I wake up like a couple hours later, I'm like, you know how you have beer and you fall asleep, you gotta pee really bad right when you wake up, so I go to pee, but my dick is like, bam, it's okay, I'm trying to bend it down, the eyes blinking, I'm wrestling with it, I got the power, knocking over shampoo and conditioner, My wife calls, she's like, hey, what's going on? Like, power for you tonight, and no more talk shit, and I hung up the phone. I was ready. But the dick wouldn't go down. So I'm like, man, I gotta take the edge off this thing. So I threw in my favorite porn. It has the scene of the 2 girls with the one guy. I don't see much of the guy. And, and I'm getting into it. My favorite scene, nugget power. I got the power grip on, I got the hunch in the back, in the shoulder, the vein popping out of the head, sweating, knees starting to twitch. Half hour goes by, nothing's happening. I'm working it, I got the dick in one hand, a remote in the other, So focused on the TV, I don't hear my wife get home early from work. She opens up the bedroom door. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, power you in bed now. Hop on it. Potty time. So we start hitting it. Unagi power. Another half hour goes by. She looks back at me. She's like, look, I don't know what's going on with you. You don't look good. You're sweating. Got purple blotches all over your face. Your eyes twitching. Talking like a troll. Go look at yourself in the bathroom mirror. So I kind of waddle over to the bathroom mirror, look at myself. I got all these blotches all over me. I'm sweating. All of a sudden, my stomach hurts really bad. I'm like, oh. She's like, we better get you to the emergency room. You probably got food poisoning. So now I got to find pants to fit over the power, Try on different stuff. Nothing works, Finally, I got some Daisy Dukes. Looks like I'm smuggling a handgun, Hail a cab, like, Reeds, We get down to the emergency room. There are people with gunshot wounds. I have a dick that won't go away, you know? How do you explain that? So he's like, what exactly happened? I'm like, unagi. He's like, what? Power. It's like, excuse me, you have a pretty mouth. So I get a shot, and it goes down. And we go back home, you know, and, you know, I'm like, I'm never gonna eat sushi again. That was disastrous. So my wife, the next week, takes that yoga class, that same yoga class that I took, and she did something wrong and blew out her neck and had to wear a neck brace, you know, and it kind of threw off her walk and neck brace. So we're walking around there, but she's like, you know what, let's go in that grocery store. I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go in there. After what happened, it scarred me emotionally, you know, that guy's in there, he's gonna you know. She's like, no, I've been in there since he got fired, so don't worry about it. So we walk in, he's there, he sees her in the neck brace limping, he's like, a power! Unagi! No more talk shit! I love it, there's an echo.
All right. There goes a little bit of laughs for you with DC Benny with Gotham Comedy Live and some unagi. The power. I've actually called some places. This shit, the unagi is fake. It doesn't do what it does. Or at least it doesn't do what he says it does. Yeah. I thought we might have found a cure to having more pills shoved down our throat for people with ED, but yeah, I guess we were lied to. Oh well, fuck it. All right, let's get into some music. Let's get into some Five Finger. How about that? All right. Well, let's do one more. Let's keep it going, baby.
I'm leaving behind this world and all the things I am. I'm tearing away from it because I know I can. I'm pushing away from you and all the things you are. Don't need the memory, I already wear the scars. There is no yesterday, tomorrow far away. I gave you everything, and in return, you gave me nothing. Show me a sign, please give me anything. I will not hide from what's inside of me. My nemesis. I'm turning away from me and all the things I've known. I don't need your help no more. I can do this on my own. I'm taking all the blame, resent what I have become. I regret everything and there's nowhere left to run. There is no yesterday, tomorrow far away. I gave you everything, and in return, you gave me nothing. Show me a sign, please give me anything. I will not hide from what's inside of me. My nemesis. Gave you everything, and in return, you gave me nothing. Show me a sign, please give me anything. I will not hide from what's inside of me. My nemesis.
All right, that's a little bit of Five Finger Death Punch. Hey, you know, you you can't get no better than that. Five Finger Death Punch is one of those bands, like Madison Rising. They believe in the Constitution. They talk about I got your six, wash it all away. This ain't my last dance. You got some hell to pay. I mean, you got some patriotic bands out there, man, that, hell, if any of y'all catch this, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We post up pictures and stuff on Instagram. Fixing to make an Instagram page just for the Dangerous Grounds Radio Network. Or hell, I might just keep it on my own, seeing how we got so many followers on it. But check us out. Email us at dgn1980@my.com. If you want to come on, try to be a host. If you want to come on and be on a show, doesn't matter if you're a freedom fighter, veteran, active duty, first responder. If you got something to say, hey, this is the place to say it. This is the place to say it. We're not going to sit here and talk about, a bunch of pornography and nonsense and stuff like that. Like, stations we won't say because we're not trying to bash anybody. We're always on the positive side, but we do give a lot of positive feedback, positive feed out. Except for the last couple of days. I mean, it's been a little hellacious with what's been going on. It sucks, but it is what it is, and we're gonna take care of it. So, without further ado, we're gonna change it up just a little bit, and here comes "Crack the Bottle" featuring Eminem, Dr. Dre, and 50 Cent. Some of the stuff that you youngsters might not know about. We don't need
It's simple. We ball out of control like you wouldn't believe. I'm the napalm, the bomb, the dawn. I'm King Kong, get rolled on. Wrapped up and ringed on. I'm so calm through Vietnam. Bring the alarm.
Bring the Sean Dawn, burn marijuana, do what you want, nigga, own it, own. To the brick of wood, get the paper, man, I'm taking, you know I don't give a fuck. I spin it like it don't mean nothing. Blow it like it's supposed to be blown, motherfucker, I'm grown. I stunt, I style, I flash the shit. I guess what the fuck I want, so what I trick. Fat ass Birkin bags, classy shit. Jimmy Choo shoes, I say move, a bitch move.
So crack a bottle, let your body waddle. Don't act like a snobby model, you just hit the lotto. Uh-oh, bitches hopping in my Tahoe. Got one riding shotgun and no, not one of them got clothes. Now where's the rubbers? Who's got the rubbers? I noticed there's so many of them and there's really not that many of us. And ladies love us, my posse's kicking up dust. It's on to the break of dawn and we're starting this party from dusk.
That is from the one and only Eminem, Dr. Dre, and 50 Cent. 50 Cent, 50 Cent. Give me some 50 Cent. I'm just fucking around. Hey, there is one thing, one song, group that I don't think y'all know much about. Of course, then again, I could be wrong. Remember when Lil Wayne came out with the Lollipop song? Well, it was redone and got into kind of a rock theme to it. So check this out. Come on. That doesn't look like it wants to play today. Son of a... Oh, hitting the wrong one, that's why. Here we go.
She said he's so sweet, I wanna lick the rapper. And she licks me like a lollipop, like a lollipop. Shawty wanna
Get on your knees. Let's go. Nah, just joking with you. Hey, that was Framing Hanley. I haven't heard much from them in quite a while. That was one of the songs that really popped them loose. That was one of the workout songs that I used to listen to whenever I was in the gym back downrange in Iraq. I don't know. There was just something about it. I mean, I didn't live to get cut. I didn't live to impress anybody. I lived to get strong. I always wanted to be stronger than my adversary. You know, there's a lot of adversaries out there, and yeah, it is what it is. So you know, we do what we do. We do what we have to do, and in the end, you know, we have to come to ourselves and realize that, you know, some of the stuff that we done that we might have thought was wrong was the right thing to do. You know, that was like one of the few places that you could say was the right place at the right time to let out all the anger that you've ever had built up in the time that, you know, growing up, you know, dealing with parents that you thought was, you know, crap and wasn't ever there and all that shit. And then, you know, ain't no telling, whatever you've been through life, that was the right place at the right time to let it all out. All right, so let's do some Freak on the Leash by Korn.
Takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something's raped and taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Times have I felt disease? Nothing in my life is free. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace.
nothing like some of that old-fashioned corn. Something else. I guess I came out about I was 18 back in '98. Used to couldn't stand my cousin, man. He'd want to play that shit while I'm trying to go to sleep, and I'm sitting here trying to play some Dr. Dre or something like that. Something kind of smooth, but still a little into it. But we used to fight over that shit all the time. So, this has been the Veteran Power Lunch. We are going to go ahead and get ready and start getting set up for tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming 30 minutes early this tonight with the Dangerous Grounds radio show with Rio, the lead singer from Madison Rising. We are going to have a great show tonight. We're going to dedicate all the music to Madison Rising. We're going to play all Madison Rising tonight. Make sure that you jump into the chat group if you got any questions for Rio. Any song requests from Madison Rising's albums. Battered But Not Broken. War, of course, we're going to play War. And all this other great shit that's coming out. I know they're wrapping their touring trailer right now, so I can't wait to see that nice big BWI logo on the back. And of course, the Rising Warrior will be coming out here soon, depending on if the mirror image works for the Zombie Annihilator and can mirror the whole passenger side. Then it will be coming out soon. If not, we'll probably looking at another 2 to 4 weeks, which great things come to those who wait. So have a great rest of your day. We will talk to you this afternoon on the Dangerous Grounds radio show. Don't forget, you can catch us on bwitattoos.org. Go to the Dangerous Grounds Network tab, which is all the way on the right-hand side. And, as I post that we are live, I also post a Spreaker link that you can jump into, like the show, and also jump into the chat group. So, until tonight, Big Country signing off.